NASCAR.
I always want a toy jet, dude.
Get your game on. Didn't they remake? Didn't they make a toy model of the Blue Eyes jet?
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
I swear to God that I saw it. All right, God damn it! I forgot my goddamn water bottle in the bag. Get your game on, dude. The Yu-Gi-Oh! EX theme song fucking rules.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Generation X. Nah, 5Ds is the best one.
I
Like
haven't
unmatched.
heard 5D in a minute.
Nah.
5D had the coolest concept. You ride a bike while you duel.
No,
Fuck
dumbest
No.
dumbest concept.
Dude,
No.
they made it work.
Completely
They
wrong.
made it work.
Dude, Japanese door runners, top tier content.
I think
Maybe
that
hype
was the most
fuck.
off-putting thing about 5Ds was the stupid motorcycle. I was like, this is
It was, but then I watched it. And I was
dude.
just
Like, what
this
happens when you
sounds
run out of road?
No, they don't.
You got to circle back or something?
They don't autopilot now.
Maybe doing like in a big circle, like a NASCAR track,
You watch
was
it.
the only thing that ever made sense. But doing it down the highway was like stupid.
You watched it dubbed it.
Yeah,
That's the wrong way to watch that show.
I've been watching. Well,
dub is
I
a
haven't
disservice.
watched it in a second, but Arc 5 is really good.
The dub is a disservice to You're not watching it in dub either, are you?
No, I watch it
Oh,
in
thank
sub.
fuck.
I rewatched all of Duel Monsters in dub
Dude,
or
the-
sub. I mean,
The theme song for the original Yu-Gi-Oh! In Japanese sucks.
It doesn't hit.
they
Yeah,
when you go back and rewatch dub shows in sub.
so it feels weird.
They always have it's very anything that was hard in English is very subtle in Japanese.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Joey's voice in the sub really grates me.
Junichi.
Genochi.
Junichi. It's like, I don't know. It's like, Yui. It's like, shut the fuck up, Joey.
You want to hear a hot take?
Yeah?
I do not like Chala,
Who's Chala?
Oh, from Dragon Ball.
the
Really?
Dragon Ball theme song in
Oh,
sub.
Chala.
Cannot hold a candle to Rock the Dragon.
Chala.
It does
Fuck
not.
you.
It does not
Yeah, no,
hold.
we've had this
it does
conversation
not
before.
hold the same weight as
we've
Rock
had
the
this
Dragon,
conversation
dude. I need
before.
that guitar.
Rock the
Ball.
Dragon is fine, but Shala fucking rules.
Nah.
What are you going to say,
That's
Tom?
OG. Right there.
Now, I will say, Dragon Ball GT, their opening.
I don't remember.
Oh,
that
chef kiss,
That's
dude.
rap music.
No, not the English, the sub
one.
version.
Japanese version?
Yeah,
No.
Dragon.
yeah,
Not
it's the best
dragon.
one. It's
The-
better than
The
Chala.
best theme song is the original Dragon Ball theme song in English.
The Dragon Ball,
like when
not
he
Dragon
was a
Ball
kid?
Z.
Dragon Ball.
I don't remember the Dragon Ball one.
Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
Dude, I miss
Dude, I
Dragon
want
Ball.
to own these, but Crunchyroll has them, so I'm debated to watch it on Blu-ray or.
I think if you buy them, it'd just be for preservation because I feel like they're kind of everywhere.
I fucking love them.
They re-release them like every so often on
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Not the. Actually, Google this. They don't want to do the original Dragon Ball for some reason. I don't know why.
They probably don't have the rights for it or whatever.
The licensing yet or something like that.
But I'm
How you
debating
guys-
about the GT though. It's always on sale.
I like how we're just not gonna like we're
Address
Tay's wearing
this.
a big Squid Game suit. We're just like glossing right over it.
I honestly forgot about it. I was looking him right in the eye and I fucking forgot about it.
Yeah.
How bad it is. Are we recording?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been recording for 3 minutes, baby.
All right. That's
I got pollen right in my chest. Like it, I can feel it growing. Like,
I was outside with you. What do you mean?
dude, well, the table, there's a little table outside. I was drinking my coffee on, and I just had my bag and I had my arms right there. And then I just felt something. I put my phone on the table, and then I felt something like rough when I picked my phone up.
Oh, that's
and then
rough.
I looked at my elbows, and I'm wearing a black jacket, and it's just yellow. And I'm like, oh my God, it's all pollen. So maybe I'm just like going to like hyperthink myself into like getting like a
Thinking
cold or
allergies,
something.
yeah.
But
Dude, when I flew back from Seattle, I think like last 2 weeks, I came back with such a fucking annoying cold.
how was Seattle?
Seattle was great. Seattle was a good time.
Is it rainy there and gray?
It was rainy and cold and windy, but not particularly
That's Seattle,
gray.
right? That's the whole.
That's most of
appeal.
Seattle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like America's London.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's where Persona 5 takes place.
You
It's-
seen
Pretty much.
Nelson Road there?
Pardon?
Infamous. God, no one
Oh,
knows.
yes. Infamous fucking rules, man. Nelson Row.
Still have yet to play the Infamous.
It's good. It's good.
Better than Ghost of Tsushima. Hot take.
Infamous Second Son?
Both, all of them.
Disagree. That is a hot take because I
I prefer
totally.
Infamous over Ghost of Tsushima.
That's interesting. That's interesting. They're completely different games to me, but
If they're like they'd have the choice between Ghost of Tsushima 2 or
You're only comparing them because of Sucker Punch, right?
yeah, they've all both made from Sucker Punch.
yeah, all of the titles.
Yeah.
But if the option I get Infamous by large now. They're like play, then a sequel, then Ghost of Tsushima.
Like a Darth Vader over here.
Interesting.
Infamous. Better.
I'm fucking hyped for the Obi-Wan series, dude. Cannot wait.
For the what?
You're gonna have to speak
series?
up through the mask.
Yeah, I might take it off because it's getting
Yeah, go ahead and take that off. That's all. It's really just an hindrance.
That'll be one series. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait.
I started watching I'll start a show, dude, and I just can't finish them. There's too many good
So many,
shows.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat.
I started a show and I started the Boba Fett show.
It ain't that great.
Mandalorian.
No, it's the Boba Fett. They have a Boba
It's
Fett
a
show.
spin.
It's the same shit, right? It's the same guy in a suit, just a different color suit.
No, people act like Boba Fett was just a great character back then.
He showed up for like 3 minutes in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but they actually give him character here, but it's still not that.
He's not he's not amazingly interesting
But
because we don't really
episode-
know too much about.
Episode 5, 6, and 7. That's when Mando appears. Spoiler alert.
Actually, he is.
So fucking good when he comes.
Boba Fett is. It is good when he's doing the whole like sand people. The
episode's awesome.
yeah, I think that
People feels racist.
that is really good.
That's the old term, but they changed the Tuskens. They used to be
Tuskens.
called Sand People.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember their names, but
Tusken Raiders.
the Tusken Raiders.
What the fucking was it mean? Yeah, they're a piece of shit, but they like humanize them in this show.
They have human eyes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they make them like tribal.
these are people Anakin killed because they took his mom as a slave.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of her and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
But
That's the Star Wars I want to see, dude. Is
no,
Tusken Raiders
Book of
beating
Boba
up on
Fett,
someone.
It's honestly a waste of time, honestly.
Yeah,
Other
it
than the
feels
last
like it.
3 episodes when Mando appears, like the better character comes and takes over his show.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like
fuck
that's most of Star Wars now. It's like you just wait for the better character to show up in whatever show you're watching.
I actually prefer the shows right now over the movies.
I did.
Yeah, we're in a weird timeline where the shows are just them being able to expand on this massive universe rather than focusing on the same 3 people and their grandkids
Yeah, we need to,
and their
we need to
grand.
leave the
Oh, they are.
Skywalker.
Knock it
They
off,
are.
bro. Give me spaghetti western Star Wars.
That's
what
why
they
Mando
doing
was so
now.
good.
That's
Yeah.
what they Boba Fett and Mando.
You know, if you really think about it, though,
they're making a pilot movie too. I can't wait. The Wonder Woman director's making it.
Oh, Patty Jenkins. Nice.
if you really think about it, Fast and the Furious is our generation
It's
Star
not.
Wars.
It's not. I saw that tweet,
Who said
and it was
that?
a stupid tweet.
You said this.
Someone on Twitter said that.
Crockett. He tweeted it out of the Drunken Ship Podcast account.
When?
He tweeted like 3 days ago.
Oh, is that who said that?
He tweeted, "Fast and the Furious is our generation Star Wars." What the fuck does that mean?
Bro, multiple
Star Wars-
sequels.
there isn't
I mean,
no-
action pack. I mean, blockbusting every
Fast
summer.
no.
Star Wars has been the same since then. There's no such thing as a generation of Star Wars, other than the movies that came out.
Well, I mean, like these, like it's obviously a joke, but
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying
No, it ain't a
because
joke. He
there's
meant
like
that.
8 movies.
No, don't let him go off easy like that. You meant that.
No, I didn't. Why would I mean that? Well, all right.
Yeah, explain yourself.
Dune is our Star Wars.
No, stop it. Dune is also not
I
our Star
love
Wars.
Dune, dude.
No, you
Dune was
don't.
so good.
No, you don't.
Fucking
You don't
Dune.
like
Dude, I love Dune.
Dude,
I love how
What
weird
do
it
you-
was.
What do you like Dune?
Because it's just a weird movie. I like the aesthetics. I like the sand.
Flying
like
fat
the same.
man.
The
What hell-
dude, I like how I don't know. Is this something that
kinda
it's
chuckled
super?
at.
It's so far in the future that it's so weird.
That's gonna be my new Twitter handle. Flying fat man.
Flying fat man.
He's like floating.
It's not
in
flying.
air.
He's like
Flies on the-
floating.
It looks so stupid, dude. That movie's terrible, dude.
Dude, do you remember the fat guy from Blade? The fat vampire from Blade? This is a hard. This is
Yeah,
a.
it's a
I'm
hard
reaching
twist.
into your memory.
It was like a computer room or some shit.
He's like. He got them big teeth out. He's like,
How did he get fat from being a blood?
dude. He was like, he
He
was
was probably
that.
fat when he became a vampire.
Couldn't move. They sucked on him and shit.
That reminds me. There's been so blood drives have been going on.
The first search result when I type in fat vampire is
it-
fat vampire blade.
Yes.
I got one for you.
No one
remember the fat clown guy from Spawn?
Oh, dude, isn't
Yeah.
it the hold on? Oh no,
That's
a
like
bug.
Danny DeVito.
No, that was.
No, but he always reminds me of Danny DeVito when I see that character.
It's the guy that voices.
Oh my
Sid
God,
From Ice Age.
that's grotesque.
I have no idea what that guy looks like.
You seen him before? He's
What are you know about?
who's
The fat guy or the clown guy from Spawn. If anyone remembers
Oh yeah,
Spawn.
yeah. It was played by Danny DeVito.
No, is it?
Yeah, it was.
It's
No,
It's
John,
not.
or John.
It's
is
John
it-
Wayne Gacy.
It's not John.
He's some Hispanic guy.
But that's what the character is based off
Yeah,
of.
yeah. The clown guy.
What the
from
fuck is Spawn anyway? Like,
Dude, Spawn was the Spawn movie kind of ruled.
Hell yeah, I have it on VHS.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
It's
That's
played
him.
by a Puerto Rican. That's who it is.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a white guy.
No, John
Or actually,
Leguizamo-
I never really saw. I never saw him. I've not seen Spawn in 20 plus years.
Can we just?
How old are you?
Turtle.
Honestly, that's one of my first comic movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. It scared the shit out of me when I
Really?
was a kid. Yeah. That's why I haven't seen it, because it scared me, and then I just never went back to
That
it.
was awesome. But they get this theme song started.
Yeah.
God, what a... Come on. We
We
gotta
gotta get
put
an
a
hour
little...
mark in. We're going off topic there.
I was actually about to cut it. So, welcome back to the Drunken Ship Podcast. This is episode 83. Today we're going to be talking about foreign films. We have Tay as a squid guy.
It was.
Squid
Not
Game
even
guy.
foreign
It
films.
gets hot in there.
It's good. Oh, that's why you fucking put it on, because we're talking about foreign shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
I'm
You
an
took
idiot.
a minute too. I had to tell you.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. That's what.
It took me a minute too. I was just blown away. I'm like, what is this red jumpsuit? And then I realized you had the Squid Game. You're trying to get every little penny you can out of that costume.
Dude, if I spent $50 and fucking waited for 3 weeks for it, I would be too. Shit.
I've been waiting for you to use that gorilla suit again.
Yeah.
Can you even fit that suit?
No.
Yeah, kind of. Just my back shows out.
The back isn't fucking this.
I'm
big.
actually
It's so
also
funny.
I'm also cosplaying from a foreign film.
What
Yeah.
I'm the big rock from Parasite.
The what? I still haven't seen that movie yet.
You haven't seen Parasite yet? That
Oh,
seems like a
Parasite's really
pretentious.
good.
That
No
was
interest really
forgive me.
at all.
That was a pretentious.
It was not.
That was such a pretentious. Like, you haven't seen Parasite yet? You haven't seen this Emmy-winning Korean film yet?
Not Oscar.
Oh, excuse
Emmy's TV.
So, did you make this list because what's name died a few days ago?
who?
Godzilla actor.
No. No. Well, we made this. I wanted to talk about this because the Jujutsu Kaisen movie was coming out in theaters, and I was thinking there's been a lot of anime movies coming out lately, and that got me thinking about oh yeah, there's other foreign films. I have a huge list of foreign films that I've seen, and I just I think we've all seen our fair share of foreign films.
You know what's fucking funny? Anime movies that come from Japan, like the Demon Slayer movie and the Jujutsu Kaisen movie and the Dragon Ball Z movie, never registered as foreign films until
Right, because
They
Dragon
are.
Ball definitely doesn't because we grew up with
With
that
it,
as
yeah.
a cartoon for us.
Well,
We
they
never
are.
we never differentiated that between anime, and especially even Toonami stuff was that was cartoons to us back in the
Yeah.
day. And even actually, I was watching some old Toonami's bumpers, and they
so good.
they don't call them anime; they just call them cartoons.
Yeah.
It's the same damn thing.
It is the same thing.
Anime fans would fucking.
Anime
shit
is just what they call them
Yeah.
in Japan.
So brief history about myself. It's funny you mentioned that because I remember I don't know how old I was thinking about reflecting on stuff I liked back then.
Mm-hmm.
So from anime, Godzilla, Power Rangers, Kung Fu films. I grew up with a lot of foreign shit.
Me too.
Without even realizing it.
Yeah,
That's
I watch a
part
lot
my
of
early life.
Bruce Lee, a
Yeah.
lot of Jackie Chan, like Hong Kong Jackie
Yeah.
Chan,
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
I was
like
about
that
to
kind
mention
of
that
shit.
today.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, I love that movie.
they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
That's why Shang-Chi. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation.
right.
But Shang-Chi had a lot of scenes that were completely influenced by Hidden Dragon,
that's how I
Crouching Tiger. The fucking rule.
Yeah. That movie was nostalgic for different reasons.
Yeah.
Just watching those movies like that again.
It's so good. Yeah, I don't think they are foreign films like Jujutsu Kaisen. Everything, probably half the things that I consume are not American.
Right.
They're foreign films.
I think our generation, with Toonami specifically, I think we grew up with a lot of Japanese influence,
Yeah, for sure.
or just Asian influence in general.
Yeah, Toonami made it, our age group at least, made it more accessible and normalized it, I hate to say that word, to our
Yeah.
age group. at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
now with
totally
it's
did.
super more accessible.
Yeah,
and
easily now.
it's really more common, and that's why we're seeing a lot of
Seeing
Demon
shirts.
Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's so common now to seeing it and now we're getting
theater.
them more in theaters,
In
U.S.
Charlotte,
theaters.
I've seen a shit ton of Demon Slayer stickers on cars.
Yeah, dude. Demon Slayer is
Everyone has
fucking
them.
big, dude.
I didn't know it was that huge.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is massive. It's the.
Well, say
Demon Slayer-
Japan-
the
it's
manga. It's the best-selling manga.
It was number one, right?
Right now. It's been number one for 6 months.
It's beating One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it sold the most amount of
Speaking
copies.
of One Piece, good fucking lord.
Yeah, the fucking.
This is very. You don't even watch the show. You just watch the
Yeah,
fights
I'm a
every
fan
single.
of One Piece. Yeah, I love One Piece.
But you don't watch it.
No,
That's cool.
but it's still good.
But the show looks fucking sick.
Do you read
And the
it?
lore
It
is
like
fucking sick.
No.
you're a fan, but you're not a fan.
That doesn't make what? Doesn't make any sense.
You like it, but you
I keep
but
up
you
to
don't
date
even
with
watch it.
I stopped reading 'cause I just stopped reading. I don't hate it or anything.
No.
But what they did, I remember reading about this shit and they finally pulled it off.
The 1044 episode.
Manga.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
I haven't seen it. The Luffy awakened the fruit.
Well, yeah, that, but what he represents to. Here's his character in the past. It's a brief history, but
Interesting.
yeah. They call
I-
it Joy Boy, and it's so fucking good.
Nice. I haven't
my
seen any
God.
of that. Yeah.
You think he's a fantastic writer?
Do you think we'll ever get a One Piece movie? Like in
Yeah, we got
in
plenty
theaters
of One
like
Piece.
this?
There's like 8.
Netflix show.
But
coming.
in cinemas.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
making a
probably.
Netflix show.
Yeah. They're making a Netflix show?
A live action one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know how I feel about it. It can't translate into.
No, it's
No, God, no. One Piece is the one that you cannot translate
like
into live action.
Looney Tunes, not in a bad way, but in live action.
Yeah, no.
One Piece is a
It's gonna be
cartoon.
fucking weird.
Dude, that's awesome though.
Do you know what they could translate though? Like they could do like Psychopaths or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's not. It's just or.
Don't they got
or
a show with that black guy from Falcon? Isn't it like that? From Netflix. What's Falcon's actor? Anthony Mackie has a cyberpunk show.
oh, alternate carbon. That was actually.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you ever seen
Altered
alternate
Carbon.
carbon season 1, is really good. I
The
tried
season-
watching that.
That's a show where they swap bodies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you kind of just load up a save file on someone else's body.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie's really good. So did you see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie?
I haven't.
I saw it on opening weekend. That
Yeah.
shit fucking ruled. man.
I
That was good.
love watching anime movies in theaters.
Yeah, it's so great.
I did it twice.
You watched it twice?
No,
That movie?
Broly and what's that?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
You saw Yu-Gi-Oh
Dark
too.
Dimensions. Yeah, I'm sad that I missed Dark Dimensions in the theater.
Dude, we
Dark
had a
Dark
whole
Dimensions is
road
really
trip
good.
because it wasn't playing in Charlotte, and we had to drive all the way to like Fayetteville or
Huntersville or some
something.
shit?
We
Yeah.
drove. Me and Tay drove into the middle of nowhere to go watch this random theater that was playing the.
Why was the middle of
Sorry,
nowhere?
Shin
fucking-
Godzilla is a foreign film too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was awesome.
Shin Godzilla.
It was
Yeah.
that's like the theater was packed of like old people, like
Really?
40s and 50s up.
That's awesome.
No
Well, because
kids
I
are
mean,
saying
God, like
It's Godzilla.
like 65 years old. I mean,
Their
that's how.
Godzilla's the 70s. That's their childhood Godzilla.
Yeah.
They still have mines too, but yeah.
So, do you guys have like a favorite foreign film?
Man, I have, because my relationship with foreign films is so weird because I watch so much shit that's foreign.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how much of my library of content was also foreign.
Yeah.
And so like,
Even games too.
yeah, like everything, most of the things that I don't remember the last like full American production that I saw. You know, like a lot of A24 films are British.
You think Batman?
Is that all American?
Yeah. Matt Reeves. People
Matt
who behind
Reeves?
it.
Yeah, I guess it was shot in the States, yeah. But like the stuff like that, like I don't really know because I watch so much shit. I like a lot of the Japanese horror. Japanese horror fucking rules.
All right, so we could. All right,
Yeah.
so let me ask you this then: would you guys have a favorite genre of foreign films
Oh,
you like
yeah,
to
by
watch?
far, action martial arts movies. Hell yeah.
Okay.
I grew up on that.
Horror. Japanese
Yeah,
horror.
I'm in the same boot. Oh
Same
no,
boot.
bro! I'm Canadian. Now. I'm saying the boot. Yeah, Asian horror definitely. I love. I wouldn't because I can't even say Japanese anymore because I love so many Korean horror movies
that's
now
true.
that it's just. And then there's even Thai movies I like.
I haven't seen Thai movies yet.
So Shudder, the original Shudder is
Oh
Thai.
yeah, that is Thai. That is
Yeah.
Taiwanese. Thai. Yeah.
What about Ombak? What's that? Is that
Ombak?
Taiwanese? That's Tony Jaa martial arts movie.
I don't know about that one.
You seen Ombak?
No, actually, I've never really seen a lot of martial arts movies other than like Ip Man.
Yeah.
That's actually
Ip Man fucking rules.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ip Man
Ombak
is
is
good. I love Ip Man, but I've never seen Crouching Dragon or anything
Really?
like
That's
that.
when they jumping on the bamboo and shit.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those movies.
Ombak is a Thai movie. I watched this back in high school. It's a trilogy.
Nice.
Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa is awesome.
Tony Jaa, he is a great martial artist. Yeah, he'll fuck some shit up.
He's one of the upcoming younger, even though he's older, like 40 or something. He's like the younger generations of
Yeah.
martial artists. But yeah, Ombak is awesome too. It's a trilogy.
What's some more action foreign films you like?
So I grew up with the bad dubbing martial arts movies.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Where
a
you
great-
fight, dust is everywhere and shit. But my main guy is Jet Li. I fucking
Jet Li, yeah.
love Jet Li.
Jet Li was good.
is awesome.
That was my dad's favorite.
Yeah.
Jet
My-
Li.
Well, I don't know his favorite. I grew up with. I didn't care for Jackie Chan growing up because he was too comedy for me.
Yeah.
But I had a whole bunch of Bruce Lee movies. I can't name them, but I watched them. A whole bunch of Jet Li movies where, like, you know, the old martial arts movies where they got the, like the guillon, the ponytails and shit.
Yeah.
There was one movie where his son. It's like a duology. But I remember one movie where his son. They fighting this man. They beat in the beginning. But he comes back with like wax, like body or some shit.
What?
He
What
has
the
this
fuck?
metal fucking car. And him and his son is like Goku and Gohan. It's so fucking good. They're like beating the shit out of him and shit.
Yeah?
Because his son is trying to learn like his, Jet Li. Jet Li's his dad. And his son is like trying to be like him a bit, but he's kind of cocky at the same time.
Yeah.
So he's trying to he's like teaching him how to be a better person. While
What
fighting.
movie is this?
I can't remember. It came out in the 90s. Type in Jet Li and his son action movie. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the new Legend of Shaolin.
yeah, let me see the cover.
Hold
like a
on.
red cover. I had all these on VHS.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you always find these movies in like a old dresser drawer or something, and they're all VHS.
Or the Bruce Lee movie.
Is this the scene that you're thinking of?
Nah, not that. Just like,
They're always there's always a ton of scaffolding.
Yeah.
Every
'Cause you needed to
every
fall through shit.
I
yeah.
know there's always I gotta stay away from anything that's scaffolding because there's always gonna be a kung fu fight in the distance of somewhere.
It's like in ancient China. They had like ropes and shit on. White
Oh, I think it's the new Legend of Shaolin then. Like this shit.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I watched that shit like that. That was so. We used to play this outside too with my cousins.
Just pretend to fucking.
I was Jet Li, my other cousin's Bruce Lee, and the other one was Jackie Chan.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, there's something like martial arts movies for me. Like I used to be a huge Jackie Chan Hong Kong, like the Drunken Fist.
Yeah.
Dude, the Drunken Fist fucking ruled, man.
So before Naruto with Drunken Fist, it was this movie that knew what Drunken Fist was.
Jackie Chan did the
I
Drunken
think I need to
Fist.
sit down and just go
You
back
do.
and rewatch all these.
They're really fun.
Just find a good
some
collection
of them,
them.
like you can definitely like. Time has not been kind to a lot of these movies. But holy shit, is the martial arts so fucking
That's
good.
what I learned. I remember my dad telling me like the Chinese and Japanese racism in those films. Like they hated each other and shit.
Yeah.
I learned it from these movies. You can see them throughout the movie sometimes. It's like, wow.
I mean, I can say that like a little bit in Ip Man with
Yeah.
how the Japanese treated the
Yeah.
Chinese
Now,
citizens.
original Ant-Man was a fucking great movie too. I think the series went downhill.
After
They're
the
still
third
enjoying
When
one.
when they had Mike Tyson fighting Ip Man, I was like, what
The
is
second one's kind of like a more action comedy too. Like, I like the original story of the first one. Like he's struggling through war and shit.
It's like pure action kind of drama.
He didn't fight just to fight.
Yeah.
He's like he's fighting for a reason.
That's oddly enough, that's like the same reason why I like all the Jackie Chan fights in his movies. Not only is the choreography like straight up amazing,
It's all him too.
it's all him, but like his movies always had a very like logical reason as to why he started the fight and like why he had to fight in that situation.
Same
I
like
always thought that
Steven
was really
Seagal.
fun. Yeah.
Jackie Chan movies are always like, I don't want to fight you, and then he's like, he has to end up fighting.
He's like the ultimate. The movies are all the same. They're like the ultimate badass.
Yeah,
Like no one can fuck with this guy.
For sure.
Yeah. But I love it though. They eat that shit up.
Me too. The choreography is so amazing. I've seen a couple of Jet Li movies. I've seen a couple of Bruce Lee films. Bruce Lee was fucking goat.
He's the greatest. He's the Michael Jordan of martial arts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I watched the scene where Bruce Lee beats Chuck Norris' ass and like
Oh
rips.
fuck yeah! Rip his hair off, his chest hair off. There was a Bruce Lee movie where he's fighting this guy with like these freaking claws.
Yeah.
I can't remember the movie. This guy had a whole bunch of claws in his gas chases, and he kept every time Bruce Lee beat him with the certain claws, he runs to get another one and start fighting. The
That's
weapon and
awesome.
shit.
I
Bruce
don't
Lee was
remember that.
fucking awesome too. I wish he was still alive today. We'll see how he.
His son also got
Have you guys
Crow.
ever seen
Brandon Lee.
there was like a remake movie. This is not well, it's kind of like it's action.
What are you
It's
talking
a
about?
it's like 7 Assassins or something like that.
47 Ronin.
No, it's not 47 Ronin. It's like 7 Assassin or something like that. It's a
Seven
remake.
Samurai? You're not thinking about Seven Samurai, right?
Maybe it's 7 Samurai.
Because Seven Samurai is Akira Kurosawa.
That's a cult classic.
That's probably Akira Kurosawa's most famous film.
Yeah,
It's been remade into a western.
Yeah. So yeah, samurai movies are Japanese samurai films are westerns, right?
Yeah, they're the western equivalent
Okay.
of western movies.
Yeah.
Because it's all about like samurai were these culture like known as like have great honor or something like that, but they were like savages
The
in
thing
terms
is-
of like how they killed everybody around
Oh,
them.
was the remake of the Magnificent Seven?
Yeah.
Magnificent Seven is a reimagination of Seven Samurai.
I hated that movie.
Really? I
Oh
never thought
god,
about that.
it was
Yeah.
god awful for me.
So there's been 2 Magnificent Seven movies. They had the remake looked like it sucked. They had the remake, and then they had Seven Samurai that came out in 1956, I believe, by Akira Kurosawa, or 1959. That was a really popular film and made its way into the States. It turned it into Magnificent Seven with maybe Clint Eastwood. Not Clint Eastwood. I don't know who it was in the Magnificent Seven, the original. But then they remade it recently with Jamie Foxx and a couple of other people.
Denzel Washington was in it, right?
I don't know.
Was
I
Denzel
actually
Washington
don't
in
know.
it?
In what?
So
Magnificent
that movie
Seven?
you just showed me.
I don't remember. It was Chris Pratt was like in it.
Yeah.
I think Denzel Washington was in it too. He's the main lead.
No, I think Chris Pratt was the main lead for it.
You seen Ninja Assassin? It's a terrible.
No, it's not Ninja Assassin. That is a terrible movie. 13 Assassins is what I was trying to think
13
of.
Assassins. I feel like I've heard
That
of
movie rules. I really want to rewatch that again because I really like that movie a lot.
Isn't this the homeboy from? No, that's not the homeboy from. Goro Inaki. He looks really familiar. This fucking guy. I feel like I've seen him somewhere in like Godzilla or. He looked like at first I thought it was a Squid Game guy.
No, he looked like a Toku actor.
That's also another thing. Power Rangers, technically, Power Rangers is not foreign, but the whole genre that it's based on.
Super Sentai.
Ours is
Super Sentai.
Like it's half and half. It's foreign media,
Yeah.
but it's dubbed really badly. Well, I think the new ones are more American production now.
Yeah, that's true.
But the old ones, like the original Power Rangers, that's straight up Japanese footage.
What's that shit that we see in TikTok all the time? Kamen Rider?
Kamen Rider.
Where they got the fucking belts and
Yeah.
they're like,
And shit.
shit like that. That shit, I've never seen a single episode of any of that show. I have watched probably 2 hours worth of TikTok footage of that fucking show.
Yeah.
It is, the transformation scenes are so fucking badass.
Yeah.
I
But
love it.
when they come over here, like the production value for Super Sentai is so much better than American versions. I don't know why.
They just have more expensive shit to shoot it
Why
in.
they be doing this shit's like Marvel level stuff in terms of like universes. Like,
Well, it's
Little
their
Rangers
market's
also-
bigger over there than is. I mean, it's marketed towards children here,
that's their superheroes.
and they can.
Yeah, I guess that is true, yeah.
I mean, but their budget. I mean, they probably get a lower budget and everything like that because they're not probably making as much as they used
They're
to.
not shipping it worldwide.
I mean,
either.
Power Rangers back in the day, though. I mean, we had bank, and that showed obviously where we started to be able to get American budget and everything. But in like classic Power Rangers episode, you could see like there was like graffiti in the background of like episodes where it was just Japanese. It was straight up, and then it was a
Japanese
downtown
graffiti.
town. Like Angel Grove is supposed to be a small town suburban
in
area.
California.
Yeah, and then when they go into like the monster fight, it's downtown Tokyo.
Yeah, I never clicked it again. So I got
I didn't. It never clicked with me, but I went back and rewatched them like probably like last year, and I was like, oh my god! I'm like, they're straight up. It's a straight up like old footage, and it's like dated too. It's a lot. The footage is a lot older when they're in
like
the
the
fighting,
production.
and then what it is in the actual show when they're in like Angel Grove.
I can't
That's so
recall
funny.
the dates, but like Power Rangers, that footage should came out in the 80s maybe. Cause
Yeah,
yeah.
Power
It was like
Rangers first
88,
was-
89
That's
is
like
when-
the 13th series in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
so,
crazy.
So that's old footage for us.
is there any like stuff that you guys didn't like? Any foreign films that just didn't really click with you? And
This
you're
is
like-
going to be, so this is for my film history people out there.
Yeah.
The French New Wave movement, which is highly credited as being responsible for the 1970s anti-studio system that was born in the United States. The French New Wave kind of ticked off the New Wave movement across Europe, and then with John Cassavetes in America. There's a movie called 400 Blows.
Oh yeah.
And the Criterion Collection, and it's credited as the best French New Wave movement. And for anyone that doesn't know, New Wave means that you didn't hire professional actors, you didn't have a set, you're shooting on location, and you're walking with like typically a handheld camera or in a rig that's like easily portable, and you're doing guerrilla filmmaking shooting. 400 Blows sucks. It's such a bad movie. It pisses me off how bad that movie
Is it a
is.
French film?
It's a French film, and it's about this kid who's horribly abused by his family, completely disregarded, and like just absolutely treated like shit. And then he's like has behavioral problems because he's just trying to like survive. And he steals a typewriter to make money to go somewhere by himself to just get out away from his family. Feels guilty, returns the typewriter, and then gets sent to military school because he stole the typewriter in the first place. He got caught returning the typewriter. It is an exhaustingly long, boring, draining, black and white fucking bullshit of a movie. And I hate that as a film student and someone that admires film, I have to look everybody in the eye and said, yep, 400 Blows is a really important movie back in the cinema days.
Well, it's your opinion. It's like people still suck Nintendo's dick because they saved the video game industry in the 80s.
But even though it's your opinion, it's like academics fucking love it.
Yeah.
Academics fucking love 400 Blows, and it drives me insane.
I get you
The
saying.
amount
It's a
of,
bad taste in your mouth.
yeah, the amount of articles that I've seen praising 400 Blows as a result of the French New Wave movement, genuinely and without exaggeration, make me want to blow up a building. They are the worst.
Not a side topic, but it's like people, like, people criticize Nintendo. They stare at people back, still bring up the 80s shit. From saving the industry to stop criticism from.
But
It's a bad movie. It's boring. It fucking sucks.
It stands more or less of what the film did versus what the actual like contents of the film.
I get you there completely.
The film fucking sucks. I hate it, and it's like the best example of like a horror film that just makes me furious. Every time someone says like, "Hey, you want to watch 400 Blows?" Which has only happened twice, but it's weird that it's happened twice. What
was that TikTok where the dude's like, oh, they're watching Midnight Cowboy? Like this film bro puts on Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, Midnight Cowboy. Nice.
So I did watch one French movie. It's a Jet Li movie. It's called Kiss of the Dragon.
Kiss of the
I think
Dragon.
it was French.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's
awesome.
He goes to France. He's an old what?
Wait, it's in French,
Yeah. Well, it's not in French, but it takes place in like Paris or some shit.
but that doesn't make it a French
Yeah,
film.
no, it's a French film. I googled it.
French production.
Yeah, French production movie.
It's a French production. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, 400 Blows is probably my least favorite movie. It makes me angry. I hate thinking about it. I think it's a horrible movie, and I think we should just drop it from. There are so many more movies that are better from the French New Wave era. Just pick one of those. Leave 400 Blows in the dust.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that.
I feel like there was another French movie I'd seen too.
I feel like Wes Anderson is American director, but I feel like all his movies are French. I just want to put that out there.
You know,
You're not wrong.
Like I get very French fries from.
as crazy as it sounds, what's that fucking show? Black Mirror is foreign content.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
It's
I love
British. But does that? I know that it technically counts as a foreign film,
but it's not radical enough for you.
But I wonder if it's classified. I wonder if the UK and the US movies are classified
That's always iffy.
as domestic.
I would say more or less something non-English.
Something non-English.
That's more where I was kind of leaning to something like foreign to.
So yeah, least favorite movie 400 Blows. Favorite foreign movie Old Boy.
Old Boy, yeah.
Old Boy
We watched the
fucking
original
rules.
years ago, right?
Yeah.
That was
The Spike Lee one is bad.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
That's a remake, right, or something?
that's what Josh.
2006 remake.
Is that Josh Brolin in that remake?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
I didn't know what Old Boy was till you showed me. That was awesome.
The one with the Korean one.
That's the one we watched. Yeah.
It's essentially a retelling of the Oedipus story. It's like a Greek tragedy. Because he ends up falling in love with his daughter at the end.
Is that foreign film? Is that foreign cinema? The Odyssey, because it's Greek. Do you know what the Greek? You had English class and they had to talk about the Odyssey, right?
I don't remember.
I'm talking about Oedipus. But
Or Oedipus,
Oedipus
yes,
Rex.
yeah, Oedipus.
The first
That's what it
motherfucker.
is. My Oedipus,
yeah.
Oedipus Rex.
So like Old Boy is a retelling of Oedipus Rex. In like the Korean cinema version, he falls in love with his daughter at the end of the film.
Have you guys seen the modern? There's so many of them, but the Leonardo DiCaprio version of Romeo and Juliet.
No, no, I've seen that. It's pretty. I own the DVD of it.
They're like, like 90s California. They talk in Shakespearean, but they dressed up like fucking street kids.
That's
Yeah,
stupid.
like, what the fuck is this?
Turn this up.
It's like gang wars.
Do you know
Oh.
West Side Story is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet as well?
What?
West Side Story.
Oh,
That's a Romeo and Juliet retelling as well. What's your favorite foreign movie? Or
My
your least
King
favorite?
Godzilla. Parasite. Basically.
He's blanking. What's yours?
Well, I was gonna say my dislike, my least favorite is probably Godzilla versus Hedron.
Godzilla versus
Ghidorah.
Hedron.
Get it right.
Hedora?
Yes.
No, Hedron. That's the way I read it, is like Hedron.
What the fuck is this?
It's a smog monster version. It's a
Stop bringing
very
this movie to the 70s. Smoke.
it's a very 70s movie,
Yeah.
and there's
Hedorah.
a whole scene that's just spliced in through the middle of the movie where it's just a big dancing scene and a disco.
and they died from Hedorah's small liquid.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
What the
Came
fuck?
out in 74.
74, I believe.
75.
Godzilla versus Hedorah.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Ted?
Hedron.
Hedorah. It's Hedorah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
AKA
Even
small
the
monster.
poster looks fucking wild.
Very 70s.
It's
So what does the movie follow?
Like pollution and like the effects of that. That's essentially where the monster gets created from. Is
Godzilla has a lot of environmental, political.
Yeah,
elements.
it's always.
and it was
have
for the time period and everything. It was a statement movie.
Godzilla took his eyes out at the end.
Godzilla takes his eyes out at the end.
This is the movie where Godzilla turns backwards and just like flies
Flies.
away
That
with
blew
his
my mind
breath.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, he like a rocket.
70s Godzilla does a lot of weird stuff.
So this is like Godzilla's head this way. He's flying this
Yeah,
way.
he just flies he's shooting like vertical or no, he shoots horizontal, but he flies like
I don't know how he
45
sees.
degree.
That's on the one time like where Godzilla doesn't go into the sea, he just goes into the
I've
clouds.
seen that Shin Godzilla fan art. Someone made Godzilla flying, Shin Godzilla flying. No, like he shoots like a rocket at his tail.
That's so funny. The one shot that I know
That's
from
canon.
Godzilla is when Godzilla's like sliding on his tail against something.
That's from Godzilla vs Megalon.
Yeah,
It's so
Megalon.
funny.
Again, a 70s one where
This
they
is-
just
yeah.
do weird. They had actually in that movie they had American actors
Yeah.
play these underground people, and the dude that plays the underground like civilization leader has these shitty like 70s like tattoos.
I'm pretty sure he's a 70s porn star.
Yeah, and then he has this massive mustache.
Oh, yeah,
it's so
definitely.
And his
corny.
chest hair's popping out. Yeah,
And it's just there's like all Asian people, and there was one white guy
he was
that
he
looks
was Atlantean. That's what he was.
Atlantean. Yeah, just
I'm sure that he's like a 70s porn star.
They had to. He was rolling in Japan.
was
and, like,
yeah.
to shoot. And it was like, whatever. Let's get this fucking guy in here. That's so awesome.
that's actually really funny. That's really funny. That would actually make sense.
That's scary. That would be.
Dude, that was terrifying. Because kaijus are one of those movies that are like, the concept of a kaiju, if it happened in real life, I would kill myself. I was like, I'm not making it.
Nah, I'll be opposite.
Yeah.
I'd be that guy from what's the name?
From the podcast guy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'll make so much profit over kaiju.
So have you guys? Have you ever seen? How many movies have you guys seen in U.S. cinema? Like how many movies have you seen in
How many foreign films? have I
films?
seen?
Yeah, in the U.S. theaters.
I'm probably up in like the 7 or 8 film.
Maybe 4, but the 4th one I can't remember. Me, I just saw this random. It was an A24 movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it was foreign though.
Which one?
I didn't know what it was going in. I just watched the fucking
Remember the
movie.
name of the film?
It's about this. So there's like this family. It doesn't really tell you, but it's like a post-apocalyptic world.
Okay.
And there's this black family, and then this white family comes.
Oh, It Follows?
I can't.
I know what he's talking about. It's
Yeah.
there's like in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched this.
Is
We
it
watched
foreign?
this, didn't we?
No, me.
It comes at night.
It comes at
Is
night.
that foreign by any chance?
No,
No, I think it's an European production.
I
or
thought that
an
movie was
American
gonna be
production.
just
Yeah.
a side note because it's not foreign, but I thought that movie was gonna be a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, same.
I had so high hopes for that.
It didn't tell you what was going on in the world either. It just.
It was just yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of my foreign movies are A24.
Do you-
Lamb was a foreign movie. The Lamb.
Oh yeah, the
Fucking
Lamb.
hated that movie.
Another one
That
you hated,
movie-
yeah.
movie sucked.
Do you guys have any memorable moments?
In foreign cinema?
Yeah, anything that like kind of blew you
Man,
away?
I cried watching Broly.
Bro, it was
I
awesome.
like legitimately cried.
I went to
Oh,
Virginia and watched that by myself.
Yeah, I went to the theater by myself, and I was already like I don't know, I was already having kind of a rough day, and I went to watch fucking Dragon Ball Z Broly, the latest one that came out, and I remember at some point when Broly was beating everyone's ass,
Freezer.
just tears falling
Beat
down
that
my
man for
face, and I
an
was just
hour
like,
straight.
I just remember feeling like, man, like my childhood and like all the times that I was made fun of for like liking this shit. And like, this is the kind of shit that I like want to see being made. And I just remember having like a really emotional moment about like what I wanted to tell as a storyteller and like the things that I liked as a storyteller and seeing like such a specific Dragon Ball Z character come back to life and like
Canon,
respectfully and canon. I just felt like my childhood was like worth it. Like all the bullying that I had in my childhood was suddenly worth it.
yeah.
So it was just like Dragon Ball Z Broly was definitely the highlight for me.
Seeing Shin Godzilla was like, so growing up, Toho logo mean a lot to me. Every Godzilla movie, like that Toho fucking logo. But sitting in an American theater full of people who grew up watching the same thing, it's different.
Yeah,
so I haven't
man.
seen this logo in years.
Because that's the logo with the Japanese kanji
yeah,
and the fucking
yeah.
water in the
I
background.
haven't seen that
Yeah.
in years, dude. So it's like, see this like new. It's 2016 at the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the fucking big screen, hits.
Crazy. It's so
hits.
good.
That
Yeah.
it's funny that you both said that because I have two stories and they're both exactly that. So, the first foreign film that I ever saw in American theaters was Dragon Ball Z: Battle of the Gods.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I wish I
And-
saw that in theaters.
And when Goku at the end of the film, there's a part where they just start playing music when he's doing like he goes into like
Super
full
Saiyan
mode
God?
and stuff. I felt my soul lift out of my body.
Dude,
That was like the most ground because this is like if you think about when that movie released, Dragon Ball had been off the air for years.
yeah, because that was
And then-
a revamp, right? That was
And
what
then they
brought it back.
just have like okay, we're we're just gonna put Dragon Ball in the theater now.
Yeah.
And they're like,
came out of nowhere too.
And then like when they said they're gonna come to the U.S., I was like, I have to go see this.
Yeah.
I had to go see this. And I went back to Virginia, and me and my friends were all gonna pack up and go see it like on the next day.
Yeah.
And that's the day that I hit a deer with my car.
Oh, you told me about this.
Did you get to see the movie?
No, we couldn't make it to the theater because
Yeah.
my car was all smashed up. And then I was like, I felt so defeated.
Yeah.
And then went back to Charlotte and everything. And then
Were you was in Charlotte when you watched this? Came out 2013.
what?
Came out 2013.
No, it came out in 2014. I just started school. It was that
dub?
summer.
Oh, okay. So funny, I watched this on a camera record. So
You watched it
That
ripped?
infuriates me.
I followed this movie when it got like.
Yeah, it had been out. You probably watched it from Japan.
Yeah, I was watching this on a
But
recording.
yeah, it was about, I guess, a year until it got to US. But went back to Charlotte, and then my roommate, I talked to him into like going because like it was still in theaters. I was like,
this
we have to go. No, this is
I know you're talking about
Peter. So we went, and dude, that was the most magical experience. We actually went to Concord, that theater that you go
AMC?
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we went
The
to.
one where they had a fucking riot like 3 years ago?
Dude, that's North Lake probably.
No, it's both.
Oh.
But yeah, I felt my body lift out of my soul.
Dude, it's
I was like,
such a good
this is the
experience.
most magical moment I've ever had in a theater. I was like, my personality will be Goku for the next 6 months. And then the second time is when me and Tay drove to go see Shin Godzilla.
Nice.
Dude, that was the first Godzilla movie I ever got to see. Well, no, I take that back because I saw 2014's Godzilla, but my first like
Japanese.
Sounds like the
Japanese.
first Japanese
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I was like, when I heard that was coming to theaters, I was like, we have to go see it in theaters.
Dude, I never forget when the trailer first dropped too. I was in class.
Yeah, we told the story so many
ran to
times.
Jordan. Fuck class. I'm going to Jordan's science class.
Let me tell you what happened. So I was sitting there in Strong's class working on a project. It's dark. We had like the lights out and everything, and I'm sitting there working on the computer. Tay texts me, he's like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just sitting here in class. And he's like, it was like 5 seconds later. Tay opens the door, and he's like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what's up, man? And he just runs over, sits next down to me, and he's like, you have to. And he already had his phone out sideways, and he's like, watch this. And he's like, there's a new Godzilla. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, watch this trailer, and I'm like,
And they just shot at him with the shot they do, and the fucking missiles are shooting at him.
Yeah.
The tanks and shit.
dude, me and Tay were sitting there screaming, probably just disrupting class, like
And we're like,
everyone's trying to
fucking
work, and
nerds.
we're like, me and Tay are geeking out so hard. But dude, there's one scene in the movie where Godzilla does his atomic blast, and then they do something completely different that they never done in another Godzilla.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. Well, we've probably talked about it a billion times. He just shoots a billion lasers out of his entire body.
Yeah.
That to this day, that I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
that was
that's
the
a good
most
moment.
memorable. Like it was absolutely worth.
Because
Like
he shoots us out of his spines too. Right?
yeah,
But there's a
dude.
difference in watching like the American movies than the authentic, the parents who made this fucking baby.
Yeah.
Movie. There's a totally difference.
watching a Japanese film surrounded
Yeah.
by just everyone in that theater was a fan.
Yeah.
Because the movie was only playing for 3 days.
But they're like old people.
it was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
and
That
then there
makes
was people
sense.
that had brought their kids, and everybody was in about a Godzilla shirt.
That's awesome.
And it was the most. That was the first time I ever been around like a lot of like Godzilla fans like that.
I remember. Remember that guy watching Godzilla vs. King of the Monsters, Fuda-Buddha? He's wearing Godzilla.
Yeah. They're like we come out in groves when this new Godzilla come out. That's so funny. It's like we just start prowling around in our shirts.
Yeah. That's fucking sick. Yeah, are you wearing a Godzilla shirt right now?
I am wearing a Godzilla shirt right now. I'm wearing a Beyonce shirt.
That's cool. They got the roses on it.
Yeah, and then the back of it, actually, I can show the
Is
camera.
it Japanese post?
Nice.
Yeah. But
Hell yeah.
I have this on VHS.
Yeah, dude. There's something about like foreign movies hold like a very special place because it's such an experience
Yeah.
that is so counterculture to like whatever it is that you're used to in the States.
It feels different.
Yeah, it feels different. Like I watched like my favorite foreign film genre is horror. Have you seen the original Ringu and the Grudge?
Ringu's amazing. Yeah.
Ringu is incredible.
That's right. I remember Len as a kid, like The Ring and
Yeah.
what's the other one?
The Grudge.
The
They
Grudge.
both Japanese originally, right?
They're both Japanese, and the director that did the Ringu also did the Ring, the American version.
Oh, he did
It's the
both.
same guy.
Why do you do that?
I don't. They just wanted to make a Western version.
Double the
of it.
money.
Yeah, got his bag, I guess. But I watched The Ringu recently, and while it's like significantly slower and kind of boring in comparison to the American version of the film, the atmosphere and the filmmaking techniques that fucking movie uses are fucking incredible.
Yeah.
The amount of editing and sort of like just sound design that they have to put on, so good.
Maybe I'm like, what's the word for it? Desensitized to American horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're so different from Japanese. Japanese are more like style over than jump scares. And shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And atmosphere. And all
They're
that
very slow and creepy kind of horror.
Um,
And my favorite Korean movie is I Saw the Devil. Apart from Oldboy, is I Saw the Devil, which is Korean cinema is like viscerally violent. Like,
yeah.
They do not shy away from dismembering and fucking destroying people's lives. It's amazing. Korean films, Oldboy and I Saw the Devil are some of my favorites.
I've never seen I Saw the Devil.
It's very good. Very heartbreaking, but very good.
I don't think I have a favorite, because I don't know. I guess I should say Godzilla 1954.
Yeah. I mean, that is a great film.
Yeah, but it's basic though. I don't know.
What is this I Saw the Devil about?
It's about a detective who is trying to arrest a serial killer, and then the serial killer. Well, it's about a serial killer that kills this woman. The woman ended up being the detective's fiance, and so the detective hunts down the serial killer and essentially tortures him for the entire course of the movie as revenge for killing his fiance.
There's a Korean movie about the first serial killer that was ever in Korea that ever happened, and they try to go Memoirs of a Murder.
Memoirs of a Oh yeah.
I love that movie. That was an amazing film.
Yeah. Mother also.
Mother, yeah, that's
Korean.
actually getting remade with Sandra Oh
Is that
in the U.S.
Nice.
the Wolf Kids or whatever?
No, that's the one where like this mentally challenged kid commits murder, and the mother is protecting him, and so the mother ends up committing murder herself to like protect him. Yeah, it's weird. Some weird shit. Is that the right movie?
What's that?
Mother? Is that what I just described?
Sound like
No, Mother's like it's a ghost movie, I believe.
Sound like Friday the 13th a little bit, but reverse.
Not the Aronofsky movie.
The Korean Mother?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
Korean
saying?
Mother.
Mother was a quiet life for 28th son.
So she said it's a lady that sells herbs in Southern Korea while conducting unlicensed acupuncture treatment. She's like very overprotective, and then Doo-Jun, who's like a mentally handicapped kid, sees a high school girl and follows her to an abandoned building. The next morning, she's discovered dead on the rooftop. So the whole movie is people thinking that he killed her, and like the mom trying to prove that he didn't kill her. But it was another kid that she suspects of killing him. So she's like trying to vindicate her son through the whole movie, and it ends up being that she does some fucked up shit to protect her son. It's good.
Hey, speaking of, so one thing I don't like about foreign movies, it's not the movies themselves, is how in America how they always fucking limit releases.
Yeah,
You only can watch Shin Godzilla for one fucking day.
it's really annoying. Yeah.
Well, I think that's changing now because.
Is that different now?
Yeah, because with like Jujutsu Kaisen coming out, and then like definitely like Demon Slayer was in the theater
They're
for
still in
like
theaters right
a
now,
long time.
Well, I think the technology also changed a lot. A lot of these movies used to be delivered in film canisters still, and so now we're switching to hard drives.
Yeah, it's
So
a
now
lot
it's
easier.
to make.
That
a
makes it
copy.
more sense, but wow, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the limited is often like marketing because it costs a lot of money to play the movie at your theater. As a distribution company, right? You're paying the distribution company to showcase your movie in whatever theaters. So a lot of these foreign movies don't have the mass market budget to play the film more than a weekend when they make it into the States because it's more expensive.
I remember I wanted to watch the Try movies in theaters when they released on Crunchyroll and theaters at the same time.
Yeah.
And I always missed them.
Yeah.
Because I was in theaters. And I only been there for like one fucking day or something.
Yeah.
So the only properties that you'll see like really having multiple showtimes is gonna be like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, just because they have the budget to buy distribution.
Oh, I
for
saw
longer.
Your Name in theaters.
Your Name was
actually.
so good.
Yeah.
You guys already saw this.
That was the most. I think that was
depressing.
that was the perfect way to watch a film. So Gazari told me to like he was going to go see this movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go with you. I didn't know anything. I didn't know it was even an animated film.
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna go see this movie. I'm like, all right. And I was blown away of like how amazing that movie was.
I watched it knowing nothing about it too. I watched it like 2 weeks ago. Fucking stunning,
Oh yeah,
stunning.
you
film.
cry?
I
cried a little bit when I watched
teared
it.
up. I teared up, but I didn't fully cry because the moment that you know what got me? The pen dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that pen.
Yeah, when he's like writing
it's like
on her hand.
writing her. She's writing. She's writing her name.
Yeah, on
and
his
then
hand.
just fucking the harsh cut and the pen just like.
I showed that to Adriana. She had never seen it like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, she I turned the movie off and she like looked at me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
I think it was Shang-Chi. They did a promo of the original Ghost in the Shell in 4K. I'm like, God damn it, I brought the movie already.
Yeah.
But I would love to watch it in theaters.
Man, the animation for
IMAX,
those films are so good.
Well, they do this a lot now. Is like Spirit Away and stuff like that.
like, get
They
brought
start airing these movies, old films, like on theaters and stuff, which is really nice. I'm really happy that they did that. I do want to talk about though. We talk about a lot about horror, like Asian horror and stuff. But one of my favorite horror movies is a movie. It's a Spanish film
I think I've seen
called
this, yeah.
Veronica.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix, and if you've never seen this, please go watch Veronica. It's such a good horror film.
Veronica, open.
What was the one I had to Google? It was like a Guillermo del Toro movie you put up there too.
Oh, so Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth is oh my god! I
Is
forgot about Guillermo del Toro. He's amazing.
Yeah, if you don't know, Del Toro is Spanish.
Yeah.
It's Spanish.
Look at his
So
name.
Veronica, he's just done so much American work.
Yeah, that you forget that
easy to
he's-
forget. Veronica is that the two nuns? Is that the religious film or is that the virus? Quarantine is the virus.
Veronica is about these girls during a solar eclipse. They're going to a Catholic school, and then
Okay,
they
yeah,
do
so-
some kind of weird ceremony.
They
like,
summon like a demon. Or
yeah,
some
they
shit
summon
like
a demon, and this demon's like constantly coming after this young girl.
that. Nice.
And it's so terrifying the first time you watch it.
Yeah.
And I watch it about every other year or something like
That's
that,
awesome.
just to keep it fresh in my mind.
Dude, Pan's Labyrinth is another Spanish movie that I am absolutely blown away by every time I watch it.
Yeah, it's
It's
such
so
a
good.
Del Toro does just an incredible job doing
It's
like
amazing.
like realistic aesthetic creature films.
He loves.
The magical realism.
Yeah, he needs to make a Star Wars content or something because
He'd be really good at doing
He's in
it.
that field. People always shitting on CGI. He's the perfect guy to get away from.
Well,
Yeah.
he knows how to blend it pretty well. Even doing Pacific Rim,
Even Hellboy, dude.
he really knows. He understands that you have to communicate to your CGI team when you're shooting a shot.
Yeah.
A lot of film directors, what they do is they shoot the shot and then they just go back and they're like, all right, we're just going to add this stuff
Yeah.
in. Without ever keeping in mind about a lot of where the CGI is going to be and what they don't incorporate a lot into their shots.
Facilitate the tracking, facilitate the decision making.
They're not like making their job any easier and they come off, that comes off bad.
Because a lot of the CG stuff happens is that a lot of movies don't offer the CG artist proper tracking
Yeah.
or even proper direction until they got the shot and they have like 2 months to get the shot done.
Exactly. And then it comes off. You have to give them shoddy work because there's nothing else you really do. But yeah, Veronica, that's amazing. Pan's Labyrinth's awesome. I'll just one of my favorite Korean horror movies is The Wailing. I showed
Haven't
you
seen
guys
The
on the
Wailing.
Discord.
Yeah.
While back.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Such a stressful film.
it
Though
really
it's
is.
like a almost 3 hour film, and the last half hour is your blood just shooting up, just twists and turns. The audition is also if you can't handle the audition is like Japanese or Japanese Saw in a sense. It's a really really hard watch if you can't. It's very squeamish like that. Shudder, amazing film. The host, I forgot that.
I haven't seen this in a minute.
The host is
We watched it together too.
this was probably one of the first films I ever watched in non-dub.
Yeah.
They were just playing it I think on Sci-Fi or one day and stuff. Had no idea what it was. It just sounded cool. The host, and then I saw ads for it. It was like this sea monster and stuff.
Yeah. So
It's almost like
little
a
puppy.
comedy in a way, just because how Korean horror is portrayed.
Isn't
But
it like a deadbeat dad too?
yeah, it's the guy from Parasite. I think is who
Yeah.
Bong
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, I think he's the one who directed it.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal director. I'll
Yeah.
watch anything he makes.
He did something else too.
I want to say he did Murders of a Memoir, but I can't.
He did Snowpiercer, right?
Yes,
yeah, he did
yes,
Snowpiercer.
yes.
Snowpiercer is also an amazing film.
Which is it is a American production. Snowpiercer is not foreign,
But it's a foreign
but
guy.
the director is from Korea.
Because I had looked at that because there's a movie I like called, in the UK it's called The 51st State, but I know it's just Formula 51.
Mm-hmm.
It's Samuel Jackson, what's the guy's name? Robert Cowell. You probably don't know him from anywhere. He's in 28 Weeks Later. The guy was running.
Oh yeah.
The guy was running from his family.
Oh yeah, the guy that left the mom and the kid to fucking die.
Dude, what a Chad dude.
Hey, that's the scariest zombies in any movie.
You know
Yeah,
what?
for sure.
You know what? Absolutely been
He said-
hilarious.
Yeah.
If he had like divorce papers in his hand when he was like running away.
Bro, he said fuck those kids, his wife, he left. That scene was terrifying. He like running from the hill. He's like,
And he's running for like a minute too, and then he gets on the boat.
get to push the guy off the boat. But yeah, it's about that movie about drugs. That's like one of my favorite foreign films too.
Interesting.
Samuel Jackson's in it.
Obviously, got to mention the original 1954 Godzilla, one of the best horror films of the 50s.
Even though it's canon, I refuse to watch the American version. Still to this day.
I've seen them.
There's
I've
an
seen
American
both
version?
versions, and there's more
They're two
scenes.
different.
It's super weird. There's they add in a completely they cut in. So the American version of 1954 is Godzilla.
Yeah.
They slice in a American actor into scenes.
He's a reporter.
But he is.
So both films are canon, but it's more the American version of the reporter's perspective.
Got you.
He's like, there's still 1954 scenes in the movie, but this guy just like looking at everyone else basically. He's clearly in America.
Yeah, he's clearly
Yeah.
like they digitized.
They
in there.
digitized him in there, and he just like reporting what's everything happening in the world.
That's so
whatever.
weird. That's
But that
interesting.
movie is canon to Godzilla 1984,
Okay.
so he returns
Okay.
in that movie. So they both canon. I refuse to watch the American version.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel like translating a foreign film into into like an American culture rarely works.
I get annoyed when they do this, like these American remakes. Just watch the fucking original.
Yeah, just
Words
read the
don't hurt you.
subtitles.
Read, fucking read.
Let them bite. We gotta wrap it up.
yeah, I
We
was
got
gonna say
2
how we doing
minutes.
on time here.
We got 3 minutes, baby.
Okay. So we'll just blast through these. Parasite, obviously, that's an amazing horror film. It's like a horror drama, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Tay,
It's
you really need to
thriller.
watch that.
What?
Film bro is that sounds?
Parasite is really good. I know that a lot of film bros and then like annoying film people will cite it
that's
as one of the
nothing
best
about
movies ever. I hate when people talk to me about Parasite because a lot of people like kind of miss the point about it. But it's a phenomenal fucking movie.
When I watched went back and watched people explain like what everything like meant, I was like, oh shit, that is.
Is it about like mental illness or something?
No, it's about classism.
I get roped in. Actually, I just have a small rant. I get roped into watching a lot of these films because I think they're monster films, and then they never are. I'm like, I always get roped into
When
them.
you say Parasite, I think of the anime. You say Parasite anime?
Yeah.
That's actually, you know what? I found me and Adrian was talking about this last night.
know, it's
Parasite,
pretty good.
the anime is spelt with a Y.
Yeah.
So like, and I always thought it was spelt with a Y. No,
Really?
Parasite is
It's a Mandela effect for me then. I thought it was a Y in
It's
that.
PARASITE.
Yeah, the normal way.
Holy shit, that's new to me. I thought it was a Y in that. That's
Right.
funny.
That's really funny that you get roped into watching all these movies because
the
the names do sound like monster movies.
Yes.
Speaking of, what's that movie, The Host? You ever seen Frankenfish?
Frankenfish.
What the
No,
fuck are you
I have
talking
not
about?
seen
On
that.
sci-fi? This thing came back to me.
That's like Three-Headed Shark and shit like that. I love those films. That we could actually make a whole episode on like C budget sci-fi movies.
Asylum films.
Yeah, like dude,
Dude, Sharknado is still one of my favorite.
They got like a
C-budget
Atlantic.
films.
that's the one that made it out of the hood.
I'll top it, but they got like an Atlantic Rim.
Atlantic Rim, yes, dude. Actually, dude,
I
that
love
should
that.
in the near future that should be an entire episode
Yeah.
of just those shitty films that are
Shitty
amazing.
movies, yeah.
We got obviously the Yu-Gi-Oh series movies.
Dude, every Yu-Gi movie that I've seen is slapped.
And this could be its own like episode too. Is just how many anime movies. Like, there's so many like Dragon Ball Z movies. There's like 12 or 20 of them or
Shit
something.
ton of them.
There used to be, so this is the weirdest multicultural connection. There used to be the original Broly movie. I had it in VHS, but it was dubbed in Castilian Spanish. So it was dubbed from like European Spanish, in a VHS tape. I don't know how I got it. I don't know where the
Broccoli.
fuck it came from. Literally, Broly makes the joke about calling him broccoli.
It's in the dub too.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've never seen that movie in English. I have no idea what the movie sounds like in English.
Have you watched in Drunken Ship one day? It's not a good movie.
The original Broly movie is
The
kind of
new
rough.
one's so much better.
Yeah.
Broly, I hated Broly growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Shitty
The only thing I remember about that movie is Broly just like slamming Goku into the mountain.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
Dude, Android 13. That shit is like the dub for Android 13.
$10 haircut.
$10 with your fancy clothes.
I forgot about that.
That dubbing was so wild and out of pocket.
He was a redneck.
What was the name of that movie? What was it? Is Dragon Ball what?
Yeah, Android 13.
Oh yeah, he was a redneck. Yeah.
Oh,
Reverend Rock.
Jesus Christ, they had fun.
so funny.
They had so much fun. They blasted. They actually, in that movie, they show Goku getting his nuts blasted
I
off.
saw it. Like,
That
who
shit
you
is
talking
insane.
to?
Why?
$10 haircut. Boy. It's so good. I miss those like easy, like cheap Dragon Ball movies. Like
Yeah,
that.
just
That
have
was
fun. Just have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All
I
right,
think,
fellas, we're
yeah.
at an hour.
I think, yeah.
That was it. You can find us on Twitter at the Drunken Ship. I said that Drunken Ship underscore the Drunken
I
Ship.
don't know. It's in the description.
Yeah, it's in the description. You can find us on Twitter at the Drunken Ship. You can find me on Twitter at Bryan Archia and on Twitch at BryanBrowny. I am currently streaming a lot of Elden Ring. Crockett, where can I find you at?
You can find me at cyber_calamity on Twitter.
Does anyone actually follow you guys by any chance? From,
I've gotten a few followers.
From
Yeah.
Twitch or from this?
I've gotten from Twitter mostly.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta wrap it up. Let's go. We're tight schedule here. Come on.
Okay, Mr. Side Topic.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Well, you can't follow me nowhere. I'm nowhere.
Yeah. Tay has retired from social media.
I guess.
So
So go block him.
Yeah.
Actually, report him. Go one step further.
thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week, and leave us in the comments below if you want to, like what your favorite foreign films are,
And join our Discord.
and join the Discord. Cheers.
See you guys next week.